When did you find the body?
Around noon.
Anybody else know?
Nobody else, just you and I. Let's keep it that way till we catch the killer.
She went missing. I thought she just ran off again.
So did everybody else.
You think the killer's coming back here?
Don't you, John?
Maybe it was some drifter passing through looking for an easy score.
Why leave a trail of blood right to the body? And not to mention this. 12 gauge, I believe.
Killer must have panicked. Maybe he was rushed.
No. He's coming back. I bet my retirement on it.
So you think it's a local?
All these clues point to a crime of passion. That means one thing, John. Emma Borland knew her killer.
That's quite a leap.
You said it yourself. Emma can get a little wild.
Well, sure, Emma earned herself quite the reputation when she was younger, but didn't that all change when she married Tony?
Supposedly. But Tony had mentioned there were a few indiscretions. It turns out, while Tony was tending to the farm, his hired hand was tending to his wife.
Heard Emma could be pretty persuasive when she wanted to be.
Is that from a personal experience?
Pardon me?
Anyway, I guess she figured she was in love. Up and took off shortly after that.
I heard Tony found her and fetched her back.
Said he'd talking some sense into her.
Probably pointed out the reality of the situation. Emma never seemed to be the type to live in poverty.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
We talked a couple of times. It's a small town. Ever talk to that hired hand again? Maybe he had something to do with this.
Never rule anyone out of a murder investigation. You never know where the trail might lead.
But the people around here, they're decent.
Someone isn't. Any other affairs you heard of?
Some. They all readily admit to it. Even brag about it down at the bar. Didn't sound like any one of them wanted her dead anytime soon.
Maybe one of them didn't want Tony to figure it out.
Maybe Tony just found out.
No, I think old Tony has known all along. He chose not to see it because it made him happier that way.
Maybe he got tired of his wife's games. Decided he'd be better off without her.
Tony really loved Emma. There's no way he hurt her.
You know it's usually a husband in a case like this.
Tony couldn't hurt a fly.
Every man's got his limits, Maynard.
What are yours?
What are you getting at?
When were you going to tell me about your affair with Emma? Put the gun down.
Wait, don't. Get your hands where I can see them.
Alex?
Jim Allison's dad.
Yeah. What is going on, Alex?
Jim said Emma tried to seduce him. So he tried to kiss her. He's heard all the stories. What did she expect? She laughed in his face, called him hideous, asked if he really thought any woman would be caught dead with him.
So he killed her?
No. He let her go. He only got the shotgun to scare the birds in the crops.
But she came back, though, didn't she?
This time, she threatened to tell Tony and get Jim fired.
So he panicked.
The rage just built up inside of him. Before he knew what was happening, she was dead. Jim tried to bury her, but didn't have the stomach for it. So I thought if I came out here and finished the job, everyone would just think Emma had run off again.
Your plan nearly worked.
Where is he now?
I don't know.